Hey guys, so I'm going to be speaking on Ecclesiastes 11, and the first verse that really stood out to me was verse 3. It says, "If clouds are full of water, they pour rain on the earth. Whether a tree falls to the south or to the north, in the place where it falls, there it will lie. Whoever watches the wind will not plant, whoever looks at the clouds will not reap." And I think this is just highlighting, going into verse 5 as well, it's highlighting how little control we actually have over life and over the earth. But also in my cheater notes, it says that this is also a highlight of how if we constantly wait for the perfect conditions for things, we'll never be productive. So like waiting for the perfect time to start reading the Bible, waiting to find the perfect church to go to, or to be the perfect time to get involved in something. If we constantly wait for perfect conditions, like we're gonna end up missing key parts of life and potentially like our calling. And then the second part that stood out to me was, this whole chapter is really, really good. The whole book, really. But verse 9 says, "You who are young, be happy while you are young, and let your heart give you joy in the days of your youth. Follow the ways of your heart and whatever your eyes see, but know that for all these things God will bring you into judgment." And I think this is a good illustration of how we have free will. Especially, he's saying it while you're young, but at all points in your life, like, you have the ability to enjoy whatever you want. You have the ability to give in to whatever desires, but you have to always keep in mind, like, you will be judged for whatever you're doing, believe it or not. And then I also think the fact that it's mentioning, like, people who are young and the days of your youth, I think that this is really applicable to being a teenager or a young adult, that often they're written off as, oh, like, you're just being young, you're dumb, you're free to do whatever you want because you're young. But I think in reality, the Bible teaches that youth is a really important time of your life. I think most year of development as who you are as an individual, as well as like your habits and your personality, happen between ages like 16 into your 20s. And often, the first person I think of biblically is Jeremiah. The fact Jeremiah was called approximately when he was 17 by God to spread his message, and I think it just shows that, like, being young is a really important time of your life, and choosing to purposefully make mistakes and stuff just because you're young isn't really a good excuse. But then also it ends with verse 10. It says, "So then banish anxiety from your heart and cast off the troubles of your body, for youth and vigor are meaningless." So like, youth isn't permanent, and that you shouldn't be anxious for the future. You shouldn't let troubles weigh down on you. And I think that's just an awesome way to end this chapter. So I'm really enjoying this book. I hope you guys are as well. And I hope you have a good Sunday.